Hey, if you are watching this in replay, I definitely appreciate that. Um, Leave a comment down below in the replay. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Decided to go ahead and go live for a little bit here. See what happens. Raz is here. Fern is here. Hi, how are you guys? Welcome into my live stream. I appreciate it. Someone's already given me a double tap thumbs up. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I've been filming another video, downloading another video, or downloading that video, and got that uploaded. I got it scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight. It's another one of my videos on my YouTube journey. Just a short little, it's a little over 5 minutes long. Not very long. I'm good. Fern says, good. How about you? And Raz, how are you? I'm doing very well. Having a pretty good day, productive day today. And yeah, the video I uploaded just a little bit ago, you're going to see this exact same shot. So nothing changed. I'm sitting in the same spot I filmed the video in, so it seems to be a pretty good place to film from. I don't have a lot of background music or noise and all that stuff, and yeah, the echo. That's cool. Yep. You've been working on videos, Raz, or what have you been up to? And how about you, Fern? What are you up to today? Anything good? Fern says I got to go. My phone is almost dead. All right, Fern. Thanks for coming in and leaving some comments. I appreciate it. Pammy, welcome. Hello. Raz has been hanging with her boys. Hanging with your boys? Oh, okay, your sons. I'm sorry. Had to think for a second. Thought maybe Joe made it up there. Blake, Bridget, welcome to my stream. Pammy and Blake, I haven't seen your names before, so welcome to my channel. I've got a lot of videos out there. Just uploaded another one. It'll be out at 7 o'clock tonight, talking about all. I am a 65-year-old man, just starting out on YouTube. Been doing it for about 2 months now, and I think I'm at like 89 or 90 subscribers. Got a bunch of videos on there, some playlists about a trip I took to Savannah, a playlist about starting out on YouTube. And then the motto of my channel is to get busy living. And so I've got a playlist on that as well. Different things I've been doing, like my trip to Savannah and just going different places in local area. I just put up a video yesterday, a trip I took to the Aviation Museum. I'm an Air Force veteran and went there, filmed a bunch of the airplanes that I flew in when I was in the Air Force. Pammy, I'm doing very well. How are you? Thank you very much for joining in. Raz says she's been training dogs. Good, good, good. Get them puppies trained. Pammy's doing good. Good. Glad that you're sticking around, Pammy. I do appreciate it. Hopefully you'll enjoy the live stream here today, and then go check out some of my other videos. Like I said, I'm just starting out on YouTube and trying to put some content out there. I mentioned my motto of my channel. This is part of it. Is just having friends and talking to people on live streams. Some of the people that are in the chat, Raz there is a good friend of mine from another live stream, her live stream, Adventures with Raz. If you enjoy live streams, she's definitely someone to watch. She usually goes live once in the morning, once in the evening, every day. Um, we have a lot of fun on her live streams. A few of us will tease each other, razz each other. You hope I blow on YouTube? Really? Wow. Linda, hello. Bennington, hi, how are you? Amy, I don't know how to take that, whether that was being mean or what. Keep talking, I'm about to bust, please. Okay. We need to remove you. I'm gonna have to get me some mods, I guess. Blow up on YouTube. Okay. What's up, Gramps? Not much, James. You can call me Grandpa. I got 12 grandkids, so no problem. Actually, I have one great grandkid, so no problem at all. I'm 65 years old. Got 5 kids, 12 grandkids, and 1 great grandchild. Blazing Cello. Cute little mustache. I wish I felt it. Now, come on, man. Amita, hey, how are you? Welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. James, if you're still here, I'm guessing that you probably just kind of stumbled across my channel, but yeah, I'm a fairly new YouTuber, just starting out, got a lot of videos, and you can definitely go check my channel out, watch some of the videos. If you like the content I'm putting out, you can obviously subscribe, leave some comments on there, let me know that you've come by my videos. I definitely appreciate that. Didn't expect to get so many spammers or so many rude comments there in the beginning. And Pammy, I'm sorry I mistook yours as being rude. Just my mind went the wrong place. So yeah, I'll blow up on YouTube as well. My thing is, I really hope that in my doing this, I hope that I can affect someone. And I was on a live stream, I was on Raz's live stream this morning, and someone that's in there, one of the moderators in there, told me that, made mention that he was feeling down one day, watched one of my videos, and it helped his day out. So I mean, that right there, it's all been worth it so far. That's for sure. That is for sure. No, it's not your fault, Pammy. It's not your fault. It happens to the best of us. I know it does, Raz. I know it does. And as these live streams, as I get more and more people on these live streams, I know I'm going to end up with more of that. So, but that's fine. I know how to block them. So, Pammy, what about you? Are you a content creator, or do you, you just watch YouTube, like you enjoy watching live streams? I've been posting YouTube videos for about 2 months. My first video I posted in the end of April, but I didn't post another one until almost the middle of June. You just watch YouTube streams, okay? And YouTube itself, I'm sure. All right, well, hopefully I can put out some content that you can enjoy and be useful to you, and maybe not my YouTube stuff, talking about starting a YouTube channel, but at least, some of my get busy living stuff, where I'm traveling different places or going different places. I say traveling, right now it's just local. eventually I want to build a teardrop camper and go traveling all across the country. And hopefully I'll be doing that by next summer. Revelations right now. Hello, welcome back to my stream. I appreciate that. Hope I'm having a wonderful day. I am. I certainly am. It's been a very good day today. Was on a live stream this morning talking to some people, and then did a few things around the house and filmed a video that's coming out in about 7 o'clock, and then decided to go live for a while. Where do I like to travel? Anywhere near water, pretty much. My trip to Savannah, I don't know if, I live in Georgia, middle Georgia. I'm about 2.5 hours from the coast. And I went down to Savannah and went to Tybee Island and the beach there at Tybee Island. I've been all up and down the east coast of the country. I've been to the Gulf Coast as well. Up to I've been around all the Great Lakes. I like lighthouses, so I used to take road trips just specifically looking for lighthouses. So Revelations right now sounds awesome. Aviation Farming said hi. Hello. I'm guessing you came across my channel, or I popped up because my last video was about the Aviation Museum. So that's good. That's good. It shows that the YouTube algorithm is working and getting me out there. Hopefully, my other content will be enjoyable for you. I am an Air Force veteran, and that video was just going around the Aviation Museum here in Warner Robins, Georgia, at Robins Air Force Base, and showing the different airplanes that I flew on. So. Okay, Aviation Farming. Okay, he says, yep. All right, so cool. You watched the other video. Did you like that other video? Was it okay? My editing's not the greatest in the world, but and there's Joe Mama. Welcome in, Joe. Pammy says, sorry I got to go, but I like and sub and watch of your videos later. Thank you, Pammy. I appreciate that. You're welcome for my service. It was an honor to serve. It was definitely an honor to serve. How about you? As far as aviation farming, are you civilian aviation? Are you military veteran, or what? Aviation farming? I shot some video when I was at the museum. They have an SR-71 there, and I'm trying to decide how to put that all together. I was kind of talking while I was shooting the video, but I don't know if that's good enough. I think I might try to do like a voiceover of the video I shot of it and try to add in some footage of the SR-71 actually flying. I've always been impressed with that airplane. So Joe Mama says, Dave in Razzle. So razzle dazzle. What are you doing today, Joe? I hope you're not painting. Hopefully you put the paint brushes down today. Second pot of coffee today. Been a busy day. I need it. You're just into planes? Okay. All right. You familiar with the SR-71 though? What used to be our spy plane. Ethan is here. Welcome in, Ethan. Appreciate you coming by. Working on floor prep and cleaning. Getting ready to lay some ceramic tile, right, Joe? I haven't done any ceramic in a long time. Did the bathroom here, but that's been a couple years ago, so. Fun, absolutely. Are you having, you said it was on, earlier you said it was on concrete. Are you having like level the floor? before you start it, grind it down, all that kind of stuff, or is it pretty level? It's easy to do, Raz. It really is. All this stuff working on houses is pretty easy to do. And you got YouTube videos that can teach you. Wow, I'm up to 7. Oh, excuse me. I'm up to 7 likes on my video. I got 5 people watching. Raz, you're shorter. You can reach the floor easier. Yep, not as far down to the floor. That's a good point, Joe. So since you're taller, you're gonna work on the ceilings, right? Painting the ceilings. A little shorter, but not much. Aviation Farmer just subbed. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. I'm gonna try to get more stuff about my time in the Air Force. I'm in Georgia right now, but I'm originally from Dayton, Ohio. So as far as aviation goes, that's the birthplace of aviation. It's where the Wright brothers are from. Joe, that's where the Wright brothers are from, not North Carolina. And but the Air Force Museum is there, and then there's a lot of stuff there regarding the Wright brothers, their original bicycle shop and all that. So, Raz, when should I expect you? Joe guy, I liked your videos. I just watched them. Maybe you have something turned off in your settings. You might want to do a little bit of research on that, but I did not get a notification. Even though I'm subbed, I did not get any kind of notification. So, North Carolina first in flight. Yeah, but Ohio is the birthplace of aviation, though. Aviation farming, me and Joe's from North Carolina, I'm from Ohio, so we have a little spat going about where aviation started. Need your address and phone number first, Joe. Send Raz an email where you live. She'll be there. She's got some time on her hands now. I can leave anytime after next Friday. The idea came out of Connecticut. Okay, well, yeah, but the Wright brothers perfected the idea. They just didn't have big enough hills or enough wind in Ohio to make it possible, so they had to go to Kitty Hawk. I've actually been to Kitty Hawk. I was there and I wanted to go hang gliding, and I couldn't get the other person that was with me to go hang gliding. And I regret that. I wish I would have just gone by myself anyway. This is a hotel, California. You can check in, but you can't check out. You and your uncle flew into Lancaster, Ohio with his Cessna 210. Okay, that's cool. Your uncle flies. That's cool. I mean, are you a pilot or do you fly? Really, Joe? Really, Joe? Come on. Not a problem, Raz. Joe sends you his address. You can come down and go down there anytime. I may never leave. Hotel California. Never really started liking the Eagles until that album, so. How old is Joe? I don't know how old Joe is. I know he's older. He's not as old as I am, but I know he is a little bit older. How old are you, Joe? Mita says hi. Hello from Mita. Minji said hi. Sorry about that alert there. I forgot to turn them off. That's cool. You are part of the solution and the problem. You're not a pilot, but your uncle has a Cessna 210 and a Piper J3 Cub. Cool, cool. If I was younger, I'd probably, I've always liked like ultralights or even like the paragliders, and stuff like that. If I was younger, I'd probably get into that, but there's still so much I need to do, or that I'd like to do that's probably never gonna happen. Never a problem, only a solution. Joe, how old are you, if you want to tell us? Chill Guy Fishing wants to know how old you are. Joe's a fisherman. He likes to fish. Chill Guy Fishing, check out his channel. Click on his, click on his, whatever it's called there, down the bottom of the screen, or next to his name. And it'll bring up his channel name because it's different than Chill Guy Fishing. He's got a few videos up. He's just starting out on YouTube. Ethan, what I would do, I was going to put this in one of your comment or in a comment on one of your videos later, but what I would do, that one video that you have that you show all the different lures that you have, do a video about that. Just talk about all the different lures, what your favorite one is, what the best one is, whatever you can talk about on that. Do a 4 minute, 5 minute video on that, just talking about those lures. You don't even have to show your face, just show the lures. So, whereas I have your own quarters to stay with all the amenities and aviation firm. Yeah, I'm 13 years old and I have a couple RC planes, but I'm not good at flying. I had RC for a while. It was a cheap thing. It had, I don't even remember, ailerons, and you could turn it and climb with it, and that's really about all you could do. But it's fairly cheap, and I crashed it the first time I took it out flying. I crashed it, I don't know how many times, and I had to fix it quite a bit. Famita, you can't see me. I'm still showing that I'm live here. Can everybody else see me? Yeah, Ethan, that's what I would, I'd make a video out of that. And then, some of your other ones, that hook that you've got, or the spear or whatever that you got. Even include that in the video. That'd be a pretty cool video just to show people what some of your favorite fishing lures. Pull your rods out, show what your rods are. I'm fine. I know I'm fine. Can't help that. And we can see you well. Okay, good. Dave, no, I did not go hang gliding. We were in the Outer Banks and we were in Kitty Hawk, and there's places there to go hang gliding, and I wanted to go, but the person I was with would not go, and so I didn't go either, and I regret that. I wish I would have gone ahead and just gone. So, what about Aspen Joe? I can always camp in my car. I think Joe will be all right with Aspen. I shouldn't speak for him, but I don't think he'd be bothered by a puppy. Well, the puppy didn't leave a bunch of messes everywhere. Gliding sounds fun. Yeah, it does. Aviation farming, yes, I have one that replicates the J3 Cub, one that represents a Cessna. A guy, he was actually my boss way back when, and he was into RC planes and built a P-51 Mustang. Had all kinds of time into it. I mean, hundreds of hours building that thing, and took it out first time, and engine quit on it. Nose dived straight into the ground, destroyed the airplane. Or as Joe says, come as you are, with Aspen and Remy if you want. There you go. Yeah, I remember when he was building that P-51, it was, he brought it in before he ever flew it. I mean, I don't even know, I don't think it was complete, but he brought it in one time because I was talking to him about it. And I mean, it was a beautiful airplane. I forget what the scale was, but it's pretty good. I mean, wingspan on it was probably 5 feet, maybe 4 or 5 feet. And beautiful airplane. And yeah, took it out. I mean, he went to a place to fly airplanes where, I mean, you had to have a license and be registered to fly there. That's how into RC planes he was. So Remy isn't very active, so that's the hard part. You love the P-51 Mustang? Yeah, it's a pretty cool airplane. Actually, yeah, I watched a video with just a little. It's pretty cool. You have to go. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming in. I enjoyed the chat with you. It was nice to meet you on the chat here. And yeah, check out my videos. I think you said you subscribed. Definitely appreciate it. But yeah, it was very nice to meet you. Yeah, put you to work. Right, I was just asking. Joe, you can teach her how to lay tile. Raz enjoys working. Heck yeah. You can teach her how to lay tile, Joe. She wants to learn. You can also teach her how to put up trim, paint doors, and put door handles on. Yes. There you go, Joe. Got some free labor. Just asking for room and board for her and her dogs. Do you like painting, Raz? Hard workers are rare. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I hired, about 2 years ago, I hired 3 different people at 3 different times to come here and clean up my yard. And one guy showed up, I think he was like 17, 18 years old, and seemed real excited and motivated. And he showed up for half a day, came up, knocked on my door, said he was going to go eat some lunch, and I never saw him again. And the other two never even showed up. Offered to pay them. I was paying them $25 an hour. And the guy that worked half a day and then never came back for any money either. So I got a half day worth of work out of him for free. So Raz likes painting. There you go, Joe. Man, that'll take a lot off your plate, Joe. Want me to send the little guy from Walmart to your house, Dave? Yeah, I don't think he's gonna want to take me to Red Lobster though. Raz, can you read a measuring tape and use power tools? Yes, Joe. I've never read a measuring tape. What's on there? War and Peace. Let me let me ask you this, Joe. Your measuring tapes, do they have the hash marks on them? Are they marked on what they are? Quarter, 5/8, 7/16. Is that written on the tape measure, or is it just lines? Nice. Can you follow instructions and don't beat me up? Do I have YouTube Studio? Yes, for me, I do. Chill guys taking off. All right, Ethan, I'll talk to you later. You take care. Thanks for stopping by. I might box your ears when I get there. Just put a big block button on the back of his head. Just like a button that says block. And then every once in a while you just smack him in the back of the head and block him. Earplugs. Box your ears. I haven't heard anybody use that term in a long time. I might box your ears. Is that what they say up in Minnesota? And we got a few people watching according to my screen here. If you're in here just watching, drop a comment, say hello. More than welcome to come into the chat and talk with us. You would be fun to have for a supervisor. Yeah. You are talking about Raz, right? Yeah, she'll be your supervisor, all right. Box your ears. You get out of line. Talk back to the boss. You probably learn a lot, Raz, going down working with Joe for a little while. At Hunting Island, when I was talking earlier to you guys on the chat, it's hard to tell long stories on the chat, so I'm gonna take advantage of a captive audience on the live stream. But yeah, that Hunting Island State Park is really cool. They have a campground, and then also another part of the park they rent cabins that are pretty much right on the beach. But the campground is right on the beach. The campsite we were in, I had to cross the street, walk in between campsites, and I was on the beach. Could hear the ocean all night long. It was really cool. And as far as my dog, my son, his dog had puppies. And So they let us pick one of the puppies. I think they had like 9 puppies. And so they let us pick one of the puppies, and yeah, we took Oshi home with us. Um, didn't have her at the campsite, but I named her Oshi because of the ocean. So Raz was thinking the same thing at the same time. Scary. I'll teach him how to skip out of work. That sounds awesome. Raz, I can tell what someone is worth the first 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, also at the state park, they have a lighthouse there as well. So all kinds of cool stuff. There's not a whole lot out there. The road that takes you out to the state park, if you go just another like half-mile up the road, it's all a gated community. So, but the state park is really cool. Yes, I can too, Joe. Remind me not to come work for you, because you might not like. First 5 minutes, I'm gonna be sitting telling you stories. Rambling on about all my life experience. And then the next 10 minutes after that, getting a cup of coffee and smoking a cigarette. So Brad, does that mean you might owe me for overworking me? You work your fingers to the bone. You won't know what hit you, Joe. It's nice working on your own, being self-employed, being able to work at your own pace. It's nice, but then again, sometimes you don't work hard enough. I definitely can fall into that trap. At our age, life is about having fun. Yeah, it is. Raz, please don't beat me up for speaking up. I'm sure if she came down there and put you to work, Joe, you probably would have to sign a non-disclosure agreement so that you never told anybody on her live stream how hard she worked you. I agree with you though, Raz. It is about having fun. Even sometimes when you're working, you can have fun. But yeah, I mean that's what my whole get busy living is about. Is going out and seeing things that I enjoy seeing and doing. Trying to think of where I'm going to go next, though. There's a river up in Macon. It's about half hour away from here, but not real nice walking trail, and along the river runs through Macon, and I've thought about going up there. Wish I had a boat. I'd go out on a lake somewhere. Getting ready to get rid of all this continuing maintenance on these obligations. Yeah, me too. Me too. That's going to be the biggest relief to me of, getting this house that I'm in right now sold and getting back up to Ohio. Won't have to mess with this anymore. I like being in Georgia because of the weather. The heat doesn't bother me. I mean, it's hot, but I don't complain about the heat because I hate the cold so much. So if I complain about the heat, I can't complain about the cold. So that's the way I look at it anyway. But I like the weather, short winters, no snow, all that stuff. I'm not looking forward to a winter. Hopefully it'll be a mild winter in Ohio this coming year. But that's home, and I need to get up there with my mom, give my sister some relief as well, and get reestablished up there. Been down here way too long. Got 2 kids, got 5 grandkids up there. So yeah, I need to get back up there. I think that's part of, my son lives down here, but I never see him. He's my oldest, and he's my stepson, but never see him, never comes by or anything. So gets kind of lonely sitting here by myself. Whereas you help me get rid of my house, and I can help you get your house, get it ready for sale. There you go. There you go. Sounds like a deal, Joe. I've thought about when I get back up to Ohio, getting back into flipping houses, but I would probably hire out the majority of the work. I don't think I'm gonna depend on myself to do the work, just because I enjoy doing it still, and I'm sure I'll do some stuff, but other stuff, definitely hire that stuff out. That you can hire people to do cheap drywall work, painting, that kind of stuff. Where will I move? You sell your house, you're gonna have all kinds of money. You can move anywhere you want. Many smaller houses for sale. Yeah. You mean right now? Yeah, I've been looking up there at the real estate market up there in Ohio, and there's a lot of older houses down in the neighborhoods in the town that I live in, and that are cheap. I'm talking $30, $40, $50,000. But then there's a lot of the houses, the bigger, newer houses, are all selling for the 200s, minimum 200. So you don't know where you want to go though? Near the kids for sure. Yeah. Your kids gonna stay in Minnesota? Or are they talking about getting away from Minnesota? That's another thing I've thought about, is just selling everything and just traveling full time, but I don't know if I want to do that. I've watched some of these channels, these people with the van life YouTube channels, and um, sounds good, but I don't know if I'd enjoy that. You can't travel full time. Susan Swanson, she shows houses all over on YouTube. There's several people that do that, maybe some work, but not building a whole house. Yeah. You love traveling, but you need home too. Yeah, I definitely understand that. I definitely, going back up to Ohio, and I know I've mentioned this, I don't know how many times, but I definitely want to be close to my mom for the rest of her life. And that will be good. That will be a good thing, to be around her as much as possible. So I probably won't travel much while she's still alive. But, you know, trips here and there, little short trips like my trip down to Savannah, I can always, from Dayton, the part of Ohio I'm from, I mean, I can always go up to Lake Erie, over to Erie, Pennsylvania, up around Sandusky, Toledo area, even up into Michigan. It's not really that far. So go up to the Great Lakes. I'd like to have a Class B to travel and a newer one, or put one together. Not too hard. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you've heard me mention, Joe, but I'd love to build a teardrop camper. Hold on, be right back. All right, Raz. Yeah, I'd love to build a teardrop camper. My bucket list, I guess, item is have an old Jeep Grand Cherokee, and with the wood grain on the side, and have a cedar strip teardrop camper, and have a smaller place without all the maintenance. Yeah, exactly, exactly. The house I've got up in Ohio right now is it's a little 3-bedroom ranch, but I wouldn't even need that anymore. Raz is back. Yeah, I wouldn't even need that house. It sits on, I think, about 3/4 of an acre, backs up to a farm or farmland. So there's either soybeans or corn growing behind my house all the time, and that's not going to change. I got neighbors on either side of me, but both of them are pretty nice neighbors. Um, I did a lot. I rehabbed that whole house and built a huge deck on it. Um, but I'd hate to give that up because I haven't been able to use it as much as I want to. Transit van tall enough where you can stand up in. Yeah, see, that's not really even that necessary, because for me, if I had a teardrop, I'm obviously you can't stand up inside of a teardrop camper, but if I had a teardrop, I wouldn't be in it that much other than to sleep. Um, I'd be outside all the time, you know. Have a have a canopy so you can get out of the weather if you have to, but yeah, I wouldn't be in the camper that much anyway. So, Raz, when you're out on the road and you're camping in your car, do you do you use like an app or something to find places to camp, or is it just like Walmart parking lots, or um, what do you do? You use an app to find places to camp? Okay. Raz, go back 3 messages before this one. You have all sorts of tricks. Okay. Loverlander? That's an app? I've been watching this couple. Um, they're from Ireland. Yeah, Ireland. And they're in the United States right now, traveling all over the west coast of the United States. And they, uh, they do that. They camp. They use an app to find like government-owned places where they can camp and stuff. So you can pull a boat or a car with a small van. Yeah, iOverlander. Okay, so on your iPhone. Okay. You want a travel trailer, Joe? Yeah. I have a lot of friends. You sure do. Joe's offering you a place to stay in North Carolina. You can stay here with me in Georgia or up in Ohio if it's after I move up there. It's nothing to do with Apple. Oh, okay. I've seen, like, I told you I watch a few different van lifers and stuff, and I've seen them talk about different apps that they use. So you like a van RV, like a Sprinter type van? Is that what you're talking about? Converted to a camper? I like the looks of a teardrop camper, and like I said, it'd be more than enough for me to sleep in, and the that's really all I need. And I like the looks of them. I like the classic style, and if I had an old Jeep Grand Wagoneer, Grand Cherokee, something like that with the wood grain on the side, it would be perfect. I would never full-time travel though. Yeah, I like to go home and chill. Yeah. Trailer, no thanks. Okay. Yeah, if I ever get to that point where I can travel as much as I want, it would be, I would probably spend maybe 4 months in the summer traveling up north, and then go back home for a while, a month or two, and then and in the wintertime come down south, travel south where it's warm. Stay away from that damn cold weather. I do not like the cold at all. I don't know if I ever told this story, but I'm going to tell it now. Um, Up in Ohio, I think it's a couple of winters ago, in my house I have a wood burning stove, and it's one of those days it was just cold, cold, cold outside, and I was freezing all day long. I just had chills, and even in the house I had a fire going, but it was so cold that I was standing right next to the wood burning stove, and I got so close to it. I had a pair of jeans on, and the rivets in the jeans actually burnt my butt. I had I had two little burn marks on my butt from the rivets in my jeans. They got so hot. You have an older motorhome, Class C, might be good for local, but too big to travel in. Yeah, yeah. That couple that I've been watching from Ireland, they actually went to Canada first, and they bought an old, like a Winnebago type van type camper, motorhome, and they've been traveling in that. Whereas a smaller house with a Harley, oh, with probably what he means, hardly any maintenance. Yeah, buy you a condo. That way you don't have to worry about having the grass cut while you're gone, and that's what I'm thinking. Someone maintain the outside of the house. All you gotta do is just keep the heat on, and that's all you gotta worry about. Ouch. Yeah, that's right, Raz. I didn't even realize it until later on when I took a shower and I ran my hand across the burns, and yeah, had little marks on my butt. I was freezing. I needed to warm up. Couldn't get warm at all. That's the worst. To me, that's the worst part of up there. Is just, well, no, actually, that's not the worst part. The having constant chill all day, just feeling cold and chilled all day. But the worst part to me is the gray, cloudy skies. I was up there a couple of years ago at Christmas, and well, just about every year, I go up there every year for Christmas, but just about every year I get this feeling. If I stay up there too long, it's just gray and cloudy all day, every day. Not necessarily rain or snow or anything like that. It's just always gray and cloudy, and you hardly ever see the sun. Sun pops out for 5 minutes, and people are in the street dancing almost. Um, just down here in Georgia, you get to see sunshine, even in the wintertime. It's always nice to be blessed to have a place to call home. Absolutely. Um, yeah, but big enough for the dogs. Yeah, you gotta have some place for the dogs to run. It's so hot here, though. See, I don't mind. I don't mind the heat. I can suffer through the heat. Um, it's so much easier to cool down to me than it is to warm up. Summers I've experienced in the 5 years I've been down there, um, it really doesn't get too bad. We get little, short periods of real hot mid 90s type weather. But for the most part, it hasn't really been that bad every year I've been here, except for this past summer. And even now, I mean, it's back in the mid to upper 80s. Definitely tell the difference. It's comfortable outside. You can go outside, sit, and not have sweat pouring off your face. When it's in the mid 90s, humidity, yeah, that's too hot for me, but I'll trade it off anytime for single digit weather. Do not like it when you can read the thermometer with one number. Don't like that at all. You think she can be there by Saturday, Joe? Maybe she can. Drive all day tomorrow. Used to go through Charlotte quite a bit. Drive 5 hours to your cousin, 5 hours home. Next Friday, Joe. Next Friday. I'll tell you what, Raz, if you come to North Carolina, I expect some way, somehow, for us to meet up somewhere. I'll drive someplace and meet you. Um, we used to drive through Charlotte all the time, going down to Savannah. My son lived down there, down here, when we still lived up in Ohio, and we used to drive down a couple times a year. We'd come down here, and we we'd always go through the mountains in North Carolina, all through there. I could be there maybe by that following Sunday or Monday. How far am I from Charlotte? I don't know. Um, it's probably not more than about 4 or 5 hours up through, probably go up to Augusta from here. I'm 100 miles due south of Atlanta, so but yeah, probably go. I'm pretty sure go up to Augusta and then over that way to Charlotte. I believe would be the way I'd get there. It can't be more than about 5 hours. I'll look it up tonight. What town am I in? I'm in Warner Robins, Georgia. 2 words, Warner Robins. I don't have my computer out here, so I can't look it up. So, has this stream been pretty good? Have I know I haven't disconnected or anything, but has the video been good the whole time? Just asking for a friend. It's 5 hours to Charlotte. Okay, thanks for looking that up, Raz. I appreciate that. Has the video been good on this stream so far? 306 miles. That's nothing. That's nothing. And that's probably from the center of Warner Robins to the center of Charlotte. So wherever, I don't know where Joe is in Charlotte, but it's been decent. Sometimes the screen goes fuzzy. Okay. All right. It's been an hour now, so I'm going to get off of here, let everybody go. It looks like, according to my screen, there's only one person here, the U.S. So we're going to go ahead and end this here. I do appreciate you coming along, Raz. Joe, Raz, I have a big yard like you. There you go. Plenty of room for the dogs to run, so Joe's still here too. So yeah, Raz and Joe are both here, but it only shows one person on my screen right now. So I guess that number is not very accurate. So, but I'm gonna get off of here. You all have a great rest of your day. I'll probably see both of you tonight on Raz's live stream. And y'all take care. Thank you.